Welcome back, guys, to yet another video. Now in today's video I mostly want to be focusing on the welding of this entire floor. So basically, in order for me to do so, I have to remove all of this carpet right here. Well, it's not carpet, it's sound intonation or whatever it's called. So from this side, from that side, from the passenger side, and then from the driver's side as well. In order to do so, I did research about how to best get rid of it. And the best way to get rid of it is actually to put a bunch of dry ice in it. Now I went out and bought some dry ice. So let's start pouring it in. Alright, so I got the dry ice right here. I've also removed the passenger side seat since I will be mostly working on the passenger side for now. I'm just gonna spread this ice out right here throughout the whole gray stuff and let it sit. So now, as you can see here, I've basically covered the back of the seat, the passenger side, and a little of the driver passenger side. And I'm just gonna let this sit. I can already hear it cracking, which is honestly really good. I'm just gonna let this sit for around, I don't know, quite a bit until it all melts or until this goes away, and then start removing all of this. Alright, so after the ice, still not everything has melted yet, but a majority of it has. And now I can actually start and disassembling this detonation system with those tools right there. Let's get to it. Let me just look at how easy this actually peels off. Bam. There we go. Just needs a little agitation sometimes, but other than that, it's pretty. Like, just look at that. Like it is so easy. But overall, I'll just get destroying this floor. Alright, so while working with this sound intonation stuff, I noticed that this was pulling off. That's why I took it off, and I have no idea what this is. Like, it's definitely not a water hole because it's covered. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what this is. The other thing that I'm also pretty concerned about is this hump right here. It does come out quite a bit. I'm not sure if anything is under here since I haven't taken out the plastic floorboard underneath the car. But once I do, I'll definitely see what this is. But if not, I might actually hammer it down more just to make it look better. Alright, so here is a little update. I've started removing stuff right here. I removed the stuff in the tunnel. I removed both seats now, so I have full access. I've been working mostly on this part right here and this part right here. I still have to do this side and the driver's side, but it's going along pretty well, but pretty time consuming. Alright, so the day is getting almost. What I meant to say is that the sun is almost coming down, and I've almost finished this portion of the side. The only thing I have to do is just remove this stuff right here and then this portion right here. And this side was pretty much the easiest to actually do. Now, considering that side, and the side that I'm standing on, that will have to wait for either tomorrow or another day. But I just want to finish this side here and start cleaning it up. Alright, this is a new day, and I've also been working quite a bit. I fully got rid of all of what's here, left up here. And I've also got rid of everything that's left up here. So that's pretty much 2 done. Now I just have to finish up this one right here. I did half, I'm just gonna have to do the other half, and then do the driver's side. But before I do these 2 sides, what I want to do is I want to clean up these 2 sides and start grinding away. Now, you may see that this piece right here is still here. I didn't get rid of it because it's really, really thin. So I'm hoping with a grinder, when I get all of these black spots rid of, I will get rid of this as well. But let's clean up and start grinding. After some grinding, you can see that I've completely just sanded down this portion right here where the exhaust tunnel is. And it did do a pretty great job. Now, it did eat this disc pretty fast away, but I'm pretty happy since it doesn't eat into the metal. So I'm just going to have to get some more of those. I even scrubbed this portion right here. I've also vacuumed the whole entire interior just so I can start tomorrow with a fresh state. But also what I've found out is this wire right here. Now if we lead, it does lead up to this portion right here, which is just the TPMS sensor, the auxiliary cable, the cigarette lighter, which I might actually get rid of since I do have another one sitting right here that I will use. I really don't have a use for those, and if it does say that this wire right here actually connects to that plug right there, I'll just get rid of it. But either way, I'm just gonna have to get some more of those and hammer away on this side and more on this side. So a little update. I've started messing with the wires, getting out of the way. While I was actually getting these out of the way, look what I found. I found my 10mm. I am really happy about that. But either way, I removed the what's it called? The ABS on the ABS. The airbag computer, since it was in the way. This is also the what is this called? The AC computer. I tried to remove it. They try removing it since I don't have AC, obviously. But if I did try to remove it, it just would not start the car. So, and it is. I've also disconnected all of these wires that run across here, just in case, so when I'm welding, they don't catch on fire or damage. And I've also removed all of these trimmings along the side, since you can see when I vacuum, it did not get anything from here. So that's pretty much the update. I'm not going to do anything for today. I will continue working on this side and the other side tomorrow, just cleaning it up and everything like that. But also considering this wire that I thought I wanted to remove, this one right here, I did trace it back onto this fitting right here, but I'm still not sure where exactly it goes. If I do look at the wires, it's two blacks, a white, and then a red. And if I do go somewhere, it goes somewhere, I don't know, somewhere up in the dash. So I'm not sure. I'll just leave it for now. A quick little update is I've come ahead and drilled out these 4 holes, same on the other side, and as well expanded the hole that's under there. Now the reason I've actually done this is so these washers that I have here, I can weld better, so pretty much like so. I can weld them like so, and to install my X-brace. Now the main reason I've actually go ahead and done this and not use the hardware that it came with was because they wanted me to use these little bolts right here. These are called anchor bolts. They would install back there, right here, and then you would tighten them down. Now the reason I went ahead with these is, as you can see, I lost them in the frame rails. They are pretty painful to use, not only to install, but also to remove the actual X-brace. They're just a pain in the ass to deal with. And as you can see, here's 2 of them. I already removed one of them, and the other one I've actually lost. But they're pretty rusty. And instead, I'm just going to replace them with nice stainless steel hardware. That way it's not going to rust. It will be a much more easier way to remove the brace in and out. And I'm also going to weld this nut right here, so I can installing it and removing it is much more easier. So here's a quick little update. I've been working on the driver's side, as you can see, done about almost half, I would say. I'm going to stop there since the steering wheel is being really annoying. Like I'm just keep on hitting my head. So what I will do tomorrow, actually, I'll stop for now. But I will try getting out a grinder and just grinding away all of this. The only bad side about it is it will produce a bunch of dust. But I'll just try to see how it goes and stuff like that. Another thing is if I look downwards on my dash, I don't have this piece anymore. The one, the blocking. So what I'm thinking is actually, once I remove the dash once more, either to make some of these tubings, I want to make another one like so, and just cutting away on this side over here to make it really nice. The only downside is I'm gonna have to put my hood release somewhere else, which is honestly not a big deal, and that's pretty much about it. I think it will look much more cleaner. So far I've been removing all of this seam sealer from where I need to weld. gone all the way down there. It's kind of hard to get all that out, so I'll just do it with a wire wheel. And I've done the same thing on the other side as well. I've also removed any sound out in there from here. Again, just need to wire wheel the rest of this out. Same on this side and on that side as well. The only seam sealer that I would like to remove is this one right here and the same one over there. Now it is hidden by the sound editing, so we'll have to remove more of it. The way I've been using it actually is just using a propane torch, torching it, and it becomes really crispy and it just comes off really easily. Instead of using a hammer and a chisel, trying to, do chisel things, it just works really nicely. I did stop because it started raining, but what I will do is I will try work on this wiring right here. See what I can remove, see what I need to keep, stuff like that. Now, I'm pretty much working at around 3 a.m. since I couldn't sleep, but I've gone and done everything right here. So there's no more seam welder, all running across here. I've gone up here and pretty much stopped right there. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do this side as well. So this seam sealer, this one right there. I'm not sure if I want to do it, but I did the exact same thing on the other side, as you can see, and stopped right around right there. And now pretty much these two floorboards and this one right here are done. So I can start cleaning this up and start welding it. Now what I've also decided for the sound editing is instead of completely removing it, I'm just going to sand it down until it's smooth and then just paint over it. But also with this seam sealer right here, I'm not sure if I want to weld it or not, but knowing me, I would just want to go around removing all of the car seam sealer and welding the entire car, but that's going to be just not happening. But overall, I will get back at you tomorrow where I vacuum all of this mess up and start grinding it. So today is raining, so I'm back to working on the driver's side sound editing. I'm not going to be working on any seam sealer since I can't really leave the doors open. But while working is here, you can see that giant hole, and this is what I removed. Pretty much this little cap. I did found on each floorboard, I found one of those caps, but that is one of the biggest ones. And look what's inside. Yeah, that is not good. I'm not sure if I will be able to do anything about this, but maybe if I open the door and actually see it, but does look pretty nasty. Oh man, I am pretty tired. But what I've done, I've stripped away this entire floor here up until where it curves and also revealed the entire seam, which is pretty nice. And I've also done the same thing on this side. I haven't done this side yet since it is pretty awkward to get to, and also haven't removed those two trips yet. But I'm really tired right now, so I'm gonna take a break, clean up, and continue hopefully tomorrow. If it's not raining, I'm gonna work more on the back seam sealer, and might as well vacuum this entire place out to make it more nice to work in again. But that is pretty much it. Oh, and including that rust right there, it is pretty bad. I'm hoping I could get to it just with a wire wheel. If I can't, I'll just cut away more of this floor right here, expose it more, fix the rust and stuff like that, and then seal it up like so. But I guess I'll see once I clean all this up. And here we see I removed the entire seam sealer from this line right here. Previously it was here, and I've also removed all of this sound editing from this chair right here. Now the interesting part is when I was heating this up so I can remove it, I found out that if you heat the sound editing material itself, it would also remove pretty simply. That's how I got it to look so pretty nice and clean. Now I'm just going to do the rest to those two floors and maybe work on some more on the areas that I've missed. Well, let's see how this goes. Alright, so watch this. Here's my propane torch. Let's heat this up until it gets sort of brownish. The hotter it is, the easier it will come out. Sorry if you can't hear me after this torch. But okay, here's an example. Let's take my scraper and just look at that coming off. Just look at that. Just look at that. Just look how easy that comes off. Like, so easy. Like, I am so upset that I did all these 4 floors with a chisel and a hammer. But now my floors are looking pretty nice. Obviously they're not perfect since I'm not gonna remove absolutely every black spot, but good enough. Alright, so after maybe about 4 hours of work, I've completely stripped this floor and as well the driver floor. Still have to do some of the seam sealer, but I'll get to it later. I also began to get rid of this floor right here. I'm almost done, and as well this one right here. I'm almost done as well. Just have to get rid of all of this, and that's pretty much it. Right, now that I'm done with those 2 floorboards and pretty much every sound out in there is pretty much removed, let's measure how much this actually weighs. Now, before vacuuming everything, I did empty the vacuum just for the readings to be correct. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, this is on the scale. Oh wow, 642. Man, that is almost 7 pounds. Like, that is really good. 742. Considering I'm still not done with those 2 floorboards, it actually might be 7. I'll still vacuum everything and add to this pile. But man, 650, that is really good. That just means that I'll be able to actually install maybe 2 or 3 chassis braces, which this unused stuff, like worthless stuff to me, maybe not to you, but bracing the chassis is much more important than having some sound intonation. I am really, really happy with that. Today is the next day, and as you can see, I've completely removed all the sound insulation. From this point on until the curves, removed every black spot, and same on that side. And every floorboard is now complete. The only thing that's remaining is to remove some seam sealer from this spot, and the same on that side right there. And that's it. Alright, so as you can see here, every little floor is done. I got rid of basically all the sound insulation on each floor, even the bench. The bench. And as well as any seam sealer going along the edges. So now I can actually wire wheel everything off to make it look pretty and stuff, so I can weld. The other thing is I vacuumed pretty much everything, and the total weight is 720 pounds, which is actually really, really good. Not only does that mean I can actually install 2 more chassis braces that actually do something for the weight of this, which is really, really good. And the funny part is, it's not even everything. As you can see right there, there's still some sound insulation that I can remove. Obviously it's not a lot, but it's still something. I'm really happy about that. But also, I will have to actually finish up this video since it is getting around 20 minutes long. So this is going to be a 2-part series. Didn't think it would be, but as you can see, it is taking quite a long time. So I will see you in the next video, and hopefully I can start welding, cleaning, and getting everything looking pretty again. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell as they like to say. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.